I'm here with a video about game pickups because that's it's never been done before ever on YouTube. I wanted to call it new game shit, but I don't think YouTube would like shit in the title, so I'll call it new game stuff. Because it's not just games, I got a couple collectibles, because as you can see behind me, I like figures and plushies of game stuff. But anyway, I'll do the games first, and then the collectibles later. That way, if you don't care about the collectibles, you can just stop watching at that point. But, so I have been kind of on the warpath of collecting Xbox 360 games. It started off with me wanting to track down all the Xbox Live Arcade compilations that I wanted, and then it kind of turned into, well, realistically, I don't want that much for 360. I'll just get everything I want on it and be done with it. So I got quite a stack of Xbox 360 games and like a couple of non-360 games, so I'll do the others first and then 360. But I'll get a stack of green and a purple. Because, yes, there is a Kinect game in there. I know. That's heresy. But anyway. So, let's just get into it. I rambled enough. My first pickup was Sonic Forces. I actually borrowed this from somebody way back when it came out. Somebody I used to work with had it. And I played through it. I figured, I'll borrow it, play through it, and then I'll pick it up when I can find it cheap. And I kept putting it off for like damn near 10 years. And I finally got around to picking it up. This is probably, like, I like it. I know it's got its haters, but it is a competent game. It's not the best game, but it's realistically the closest thing we've gotten to a Sonic Generations 2. And I know there's the Sonic X Shadow, which is more of a sequel than this. But this, they basically took Sonic Generations and made another game out of it, but didn't make it like fan service from Sonic's entire life. Like, there was no reason for classic Sonic to be in here. It was just like, he's just there for the sake of being there. Like, but I mean, this game does play very similar to Generations, which is why I'm comparing it so heavily to Generations. But, it's decent Sonic games. Can't really go wrong with it. I mean, there are worse Sonic games out there, like, Sonic Boom or Sonic 06. Like, I'd rather play this than Sonic Boom. So this next game is the most expensive game that I've picked up. I came across it and I felt kind of compelled to bite the bullet on it. And that would be Dragon Quest VI. And I started playing this and I liked it, but I very quickly got distracted by something else. And then I haven't gone back to this. Like, I got maybe like 5 hours into it and then I started playing something else. And then I just haven't gone back to it yet. But, Dragon Quest games, they're good turn-based RPGs. I don't really have any complaints with them. I mean, I'd much rather prefer Final Fantasy. But, it's a turn-based RPG you can't go wrong with. Another game I need to mention that I don't actually have at the moment, because I literally just bought it today off of Amazon. It was one of their Black Friday deals. And that's Pac-Man World 2 Repack. I didn't actually play a Pac-Man World game until the first game got its remake. And then I had went and picked up the original on PS1, and then I picked up 2 and 3 on the PS2, but I hadn't played 2 or 3 yet. So I guess now's the time for me to play it now that I'm getting the second one. And I can't show it because it literally hasn't shipped yet. All right, so we're going to get into Xbox games now, but not Xbox 360. I have Unreal Championship on the original Xbox. Here, let me just hold it off camera so you can't see it. I have this game. Doesn't it look cool? No, Unreal Championship. It sometimes I just I don't play online much anymore. Sometimes I like to just play against bots. I like a challenge, but I don't like to get my ass handed to me in multiplayer games. But it's fun to just have a multiplayer game that I could pick up and play offline with bots and just mindlessly kill. I like these old arena-based shooters. I'm more so a Halo person, but I like Unreal Tournament or Championship. I like Quake. I like, Perfect Dark or like Time Splitters. Time Splitters was a good one. Especially Future Perfect. Anyway, But yeah, now we're getting into the giant stack of 360 games that I've picked up. And, most of these are actually like dirt cheap. I picked a lot of them up for like $5-10. Granted, there's like maybe two or three of them that were more expensive, but not even that expensive. 360 and PS3 games, most of the games are still like dirt cheap as of now. But while I'm on the subject of Unreal Tournament and arena shooters, I did pick up Quake 4. I did make sure that I got the bonus disc with this, which includes a physical version of Quake 2. I played Quake 2 back in the day, but I haven't played Quake 4, so we'll see how that goes. But, Quake 2 is, fast-paced shooter. It's fun. As I was saying at the beginning of the video, I've been tracking down Xbox Live Arcade compilations. And I got Xbox Live Arcade Unplugged Volume 1. I haven't seen Volume 2 out and about, but that's probably because it doesn't exist. Because unfortunately, they only did one volume, and then they said, fuck it, let's not do this anymore. But fun fact about this, and most of these games that I'm going to show, these arcade compilations, I need to move my mic right in front of my face. They're actually backwards compatible on the Series X and Xbox One. But with this specifically, okay, so this game, it has, I'm looking on the back, it has Bejeweled 2, Geometry Wars Evolved, Retro Evolved, Wick, Fable of Souls, Texas Hold'em, Outpost, I don't know if that's supposed to be an A or an O, Outpost Koloki X, and Hardwood Backgammon. So, when you put this one in, all of these games are backwards compatible, except for Wick, Fable of Souls. That one's just, no. You gotta have a 360 to play that one. But, I remember playing Texas Hold'em back in the day, and that on Xbox Live, and that was fun. And I haven't had a chance to play Outpost Koloki X. Is that what it's called? I haven't had a chance to play Outpost Koloki X or Koloki. Boy, the comments are gonna tear me up for that. Anyway, I haven't played that one game. But like Geometry Wars, like I played the shit out of that back in the day. Geometry Wars and Texas Hold'em. Like Geometry Wars is one of those games that is just effing addicting. I did play Hardwood Backgammon briefly. I don't care for backgammon, so that was my first experience playing that was backgammon. Why did I call it blackgammon? Hardwood Backgammon. So this is my first experience playing backgammon, and I don't care for it. This is also my first experience playing Bejeweled 2, or any Bejeweled game, I should say. And I see how it's addicting, but like I have my fun with it, but I'm good. But mainly, like I wanted this for Wick and Texas Hold'em. But yeah, this was like not even $10. It was like closer to like $5-6. I would highly recommend this if you can find it. Here, look, see, glare. See, look at this game that I got. It's so cool. All right, so next I'm actually gonna hit like 5 games at once, and there's a reason why I'm doing it that way, because they're all PopCap games. So let's start with PopCap Arcade Volume 1. This one I mainly wanted it for Astro Pop. Astro Pop. I'm getting it confused with Astrobot. Astro Pop. This is one of those like basic like arcade games where it's you got colored blocks on the screen and you just got to match them up to make them disappear and try to get like the highest score possible. And it's fun, and it also has Bejeweled 2, so that makes 2 copies of Bejeweled 2 I have. And then Feeding Frenzy, it's just you got to eat fish to get bigger, and then eat the bigger fish to get even bigger, and then eat the biggest fish. Like I see the addiction, but doesn't really seem appealing to me. And then there's Zuma. I'll come back to Zuma. And once again, these are backwards compatible. If you put them in your Xbox One or Series X, it will download all the games individually. It won't download like the compilation. It's just like it would download it as though it's like each individual game. PopCap Arcade Volume 2. It has 3 games. Peggle, which Peggle is like the main reason why I wanted this. Peggle is an addicting game. It's just, you got all these, if you're not familiar with it, you got all these pegs on the screen and you drop balls down and you got to try to knock out all the pegs and try to get like the highest score possible. It's very fun, very simple, very addicting, but that's what PopCap does. Their games are simple yet addictive. And then there's Feeding Frenzy 2, which is just more of eating fish to get bigger fish. And then you eat the bigger fish to get even bigger. Then there's Heavy Weapon. It's just a shoot 'em up game. You're in this tank and you got all these airplanes flying at the top of the screen. You just got to try to kill them all and get the highest score possible. You know, that's the thing with that's the thing with PopCap games. Get the highest score possible. But you know, it's addicting. And the thing about Heavy Weapon is that's 4-player co-op. As is Peggle. Not co-op though, it's just 4 players. Or it's up to 4 players, I should say. This is the worst pickups ever of all time. I swear to God. Next we have Plants vs. Zombies, which is a tower defense game. You got zombies that are trying to get in this guy's house and eat his brains, and you just gotta, you know, you got all these different plants that have different like abilities and weapons, and you just gotta try to stop the zombies from getting into the house and keep the zombies off your lawn. I believe it actually just got like a remake or remaster or something, which is kind of odd. I didn't know that was happening. That's not why I bought this one. This also has Peggle and Zuma. So that's 2 copies of Peggle and 2 copies of Zuma I now have. Like for different reasons. Like when you look at it, you have, this has both Peggle and Plants vs. Zombies. This has Peggle, Heavy Weapon, and Feeding Frenzy. So it's like, yet 2 of the same game, but it's got different games on it at the same time. I don't know why they just didn't make like PopCap Arcade Volumes 3 and 4. You know, it's like, I don't know. What do I know? Then we have Bejeweled 3. And this also comes with Bejeweled Blitz. You know, this is more Bejeweled, like Bejeweled 2. It's the same thing where you match the jewels. I was going to call them shapes. You match the jewels, just try and get the highest score possible. Then we have Zuma's Revenge. And this comes with Bejeweled 3 and Feeding Frenzy 2. But I wanted this for Zuma's Revenge. Zuma's Revenge is, you got all these like colored balls. They come from like the starting point and then they go to the end point. And you got this like frog that shoots out the colored balls, and you got to match 3 or more to make the balls disappear. And you got to try to clear them all out before they reach the end. It's really fun and addicting. It's probably my favorite PopCap game. I'd say Peggle's my favorite. Zuma's Revenge is probably my second favorite. But yeah, all these PopCap arcade games are like dirt cheap, except for the 2 actual like volumes. These are a little more pricey, but these 3 are like roughly 10 to 15 bucks. You can pick them up for. But if you want these 2, they're gonna run you a little more, unfortunately. I might as well get it out of the way. I have one more arcade compilation, and that would be the Namco Museum Virtual Arcade. I mainly wanted it for Pac-Man Championship and Galaga Legions, because I like those 2. Like, you know, it's got, what does it have? Enjoy 34 classic and Xbox Live Arcade games, including the multi-award-winning Pac-Man Championship Edition and Galaga Legions. Master your all-time favorites, Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Rally X, Pole Position, and more. Then take your game on Xbox Live and show off your scores worldwide. So it's got the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's got like 9 games that were put out as Xbox Live Arcade games, and then they got 21 other games that weren't individual Xbox Live Arcade games. Fear Files. I'm sorry about that blur. I really enjoy the Fear games, specifically 1 and 2. 3, Like, 3 was fun, but it was more of a co-op shooter. It's fun if you have somebody to play with and you just want to mindlessly kill, but it wasn't a survival horror game anymore. And this is a game that I've been meaning to pick up for a while, because they basically, it's like expansion packs to the original game. Like, if you like the first Fear, this is more of that. I don't think it's as good as the original game, but still, it's closest you're gonna get to more of the original in terms of like gameplay. But it's two different stories. I haven't had a chance to play them yet. So yeah, but if you like Fear 1, maybe look into this. All right, next up I have Saints Row: Gat Out of Hell. So I like Saints Row 3 and 4. I like the just over the top humor that those games have. And this is, once again, a game that I've been meaning to pick up for a while, but I just kept putting it off and putting it off. I just love how just like they were just like no shit's given with 3 and 4. They're just like, we're gonna have a zombie apocalypse, we're gonna have aliens, we're gonna make you a computer simulation, you can play as a toilet, because why the hell not? Like the first 2 games were basically like, I don't want to call them like GTA ripoffs, but that's basically what they were trying to be, was the next GTA. And you know, the first game had the advantage of coming out on the Xbox 360 before GTA 4 did, so it did have something go. So it did have a chance to shine because GTA wasn't there. But then once GTA came out, then it was like, here's my Kinect game that you saw earlier, kind of. Sonic Free Riders. This game seems pretty notorious for being shit. Of course, I think that could be most Kinect games, but I've never heard anything good about this. I mainly wanted it for my Sonic collection. Like, I do enjoy Sonic games. I like the original one on GameCube. You know, it wasn't like my favorite game or anything, but I liked it enough that I at least want to get this to have the whole set. I still got to pick up the one on the Wii, but my 360 currently does not read discs, so I actually can't play half of these. So these games I have to rely on backwards compatibility. This one I cannot because no Kinect game is backwards compatible on Xbox One. So eventually when I get a new 360 that will read discs, I will try this and probably get annoyed within like 10-15 minutes. But yeah, I got it. It was like, I think like I got it for like $7. That's not telling at all. Left 4 Dead 2. I had this back in the day, and you know, I had both of them, but I think I traded this into GameStop for something else that was coming out that I wanted. And you know, normally I don't trade games in, but there was something that I wanted really bad, so I got rid of it, and I just finally got around to picking it up again. But you know, it's Left 4 Dead. Just get through the level, kill zombies, and it's a fun co-op game. But yeah, Left 4 Dead 2, I don't really know what I could say about this, because I'm sure if you have a 360, you've probably played or at least know of Left 4 Dead. Kind of sad that they never made a third one. But my favorite thing about Left 4 Dead 2, now that I'm thinking about it, is actually when the game got announced, there was artwork for it where they instead of having the 2 fingers, they covered up this one. It made it look like the game was flipping you off, because there was a big like outrage about, I think like the first game was supposed to get DLC or something, and then they announced this but didn't come out with the DLC. I don't remember. I just remember the game cover giving you the finger. If I can find it, I'll post it on here. Okay, next. Lost Planet 3. I've actually heard mixed things about this, and I did actually play it, and I did manage to finish it. I found it fun, but when you're comparing it to the original, that's where the problem is. The first one is a really fun, like, shooter action game. The whole thing is about you're on this, like, snow-covered planet, you know, totally not Hoth, and there's these, like, insect things called acrid, and you're just trying to make the planet habitable. I know there was controversy with this game, like, in terms of, like, there were some people that didn't like it at all, and then there's some people that did like it, and I liked the first one enough that, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I enjoyed it, but I liked it for different reasons. Like, if you play this just by itself, I think it's a good game, but if you play this after you play the first one, then it's like, no, it's a very different game. And it's weird because it's like at a certain point, it almost turns into a survival horror. It's almost like at times the game doesn't know what it wants to be, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. At least it was done competently, I guess. It could have been far worse. I'll give it that. It's not the worst game, but I definitely played the first game over this one. And then I picked up Lost Planet 2. This one I haven't played yet. I mainly wanted to play 3 because I just wanted to see like why there was so much like hate for it, and I ended up liking it, and I just got to go back and play this one now. So I can't really speak for this one. Lost Planet 2. So my last pickup, as far as games go, is Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. I've heard people aren't crazy about this. I mainly wanted it. I don't know why I'm looking at the game. I mainly wanted it because I'm trying to get all the Ninja Gaiden games, and I can't have them all unless I get this one. So I haven't played it, so I can't speak for it. And I really hate, this is what I hate about doing pickup videos is, it's like I can't speak for some of the games because I haven't played them yet. It's like here's your generic pickups video. I picked this game up. I haven't played it yet. It looks fun. I picked this game up. I haven't played it, but it looks fun. I picked this game up, but I haven't played it yet, but it looks like shit. But yeah, those are my game pickups as of late. A couple of non-360 games and a bunch of 360 games. So we're going to get into the non-pickups now. We're going to get into the non-game pickups, which I only have 2 things to show. I got the Astro Bot Funko Pop. Not to be confused with Astro Pop. It's like a tongue twister. It's Astro Pop. The Funko Pop of Astro Bot, not to be confused with Astro Pop. The arcade game that I showed earlier. But yeah, I'm not big into Funko. I mean, if there's a character that I really, really like, I will get it. I mean, you can see Shantae behind me up here. I got Spyro up higher, but yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good or pretty accurate for Astro Bot. God damn, I cannot talk. I mean, I think that's because he kind of already looks like that to begin with. It's just like they gave him a big head. But I mean, I guess that's most Funko Pops, but yeah, I like this one, how it turned out, because it looks fairly accurate. It's not like most of them where they just big head, beady eyes. That actually does look like him. The other thing that I got it actually a couple months ago, is this giant Rayman plush. It's from U2's. Rayman is another mascot that does not get a lot of merchandise, and when I saw this, I wanted to pick it up. And they said it was 9 inches, but it is 12 inches. Like, they lied. It's bigger than they said, but I'm fine with that. But I mean, he's so like big, and Rayman's really hard to do merchandise for because he has the floating limbs. And with this, they just kind of, if I put him on camera, they just kind of attached it and made it look like he's sitting. But yeah, I actually really like how this is. It's like really fucking massive. Let me, I love how big his nose is. I mean, that's just him in general, but yeah, that's my pickups. Let me know what pickups you've gotten lately. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. And I will not do a shitty pickups video next time.